Welcome to the wonderful world of Waikato Sheds, everyone. You're here with Mark the Builder, and I've just pulled in at the Waikino train station. So today what we're doing is we're heading out into the hills to check out one of our new builds that we've got going on. Kyron and Jackson are building this one, probably with the help of Debbie as well. So you know it's going to be an absolute top quality build going on. So I'm excited to get out and have a look at that. But like all the buildings here in the Kaurangahaki Gorge, and behind us, as you can see, lots of good quality New Zealand steel, corrugated iron and timber, and that's what we're all about here at Waikato Sheds, building sheds that are going to last a lifetime, like these awesome building behind me and some of the relics from the gold mining era past. So jump in and let's cruise up the road and check out this new build. Let's go. And here we are on site at this absolutely awesome new build that we've got going on. It's 7 metres along the front by 10 metres deep, and it's going to be a bit of a multi-purpose use shed for parking cars in, and then a workshop at the back. Also got huge big windows, 4 of these in here. They're 1800 by 1200, so nice big windows to let a lot of light in. And then at the front we've got a massive 4.8 metre door by 3.2 metres high, and that's future proofing in case the owner wants to get a boat or a camper van. They've made a nice big opening to be able to get that in. Also then on the back put a doorway in so they're able to drive through and access the back of their property, whether it's to take a trailer through or just to have more indoor outdoor flow, to be able to use the shed as a entertaining area through summer and winter if they're having a lot of people around. So got Kyron, Jackson and Debbie on the build here, and as we always know, they do a fantastic job. So let's I was about to pick you up, but I'll pick it up and we'll have a look at some of the details, have a look at the cladding we're using, and just go around and check it all out. Cheers. So here we can see this huge opening, 4.8 metres by 3.2 metres, big roller door going to go into there. So yeah, big and beautiful, nice straight gable. A1 concrete stood the slab on this. Customer had said really good work by them and really enjoyed using them. So that's awesome. So we're in a high wind zone. So around this window we've got strap bracing and mullions in place. So these are our mullions here. They're a C150. They're bolted from the ground all the way up and tech screwed into the eave purlin. Then strap bracing on all 4 sides, and then Kyron's used J-track and made our opening. So here you can see he's done his relief on that, put nice little cuts on the bottom, little bits of attention to detail that just make it all look really nice. So he's just got the top piece of J-track sitting there ready to go once he cuts that opening out and puts it all in. So yeah, fantastic. So that's one of the 4 windows. Another one on this bay, coming round. The PA door is already in place, and then 2 more windows going in. So that'll look absolutely fantastic. Here's the PA door. Kyron's already done that and put it all in, and same thing, just fantastic detailing on all of it. Nice snug fit for the PA door, so it's going to fit in there really nicely. And then yeah, everything else just looking spot on. So on this build, the customer was asking about putting plywood onto the walls. So on these, you can just screw plywood straight to your top hats, and then in between where your 2 sheets of plywood join, you may just want to put a piece of 90 by 45 in there to screw your sheets to hold them together. So that's easy. He's just going to ply up to the top of the window height, so it gives it a nice backing as a workshop. And when you're having your sparky around the cables, any cabling over 2 meters doesn't need to be in conduit, so it'll just sit on the back of the top hat so you won't see it, but it's nice and safe there out of the way. So it's an absolutely beautiful day today. So Kyron and the crew are going to get the roof on and then get all the final flashings done. Kyron always builds his frames, then clads all his walls, and then off his wall cladding he can work out his barge flashings. So because his roofing sheets are going to be the same as his wall sheets, if he starts in the same place and lays along, all the sheets are going to lay into the same position, so he's able to work out his barge flashings for his roof without having his roof on. Means then he does all this, gets the scaff put up, he can roof it and put all the flashings up and have the scaff up for the shortest amount of time possible, and just gets the job done nice and efficiently. So yeah, fantastic work there. If we come round to this side, it's had a retaining wall built along here to retain this side of the property, and then have nice amount of access room down the side of the shed, and so that they can set up the scaff, build it all, maintain it. So beautiful. We're also putting in this area, there's some trees, some deciduous trees that will be losing their leaves. So we are going to put on Marley leaf diverters onto this build to keep those water tanks nice and clean. If we come back inside for a moment, you can see knee braces and apex brace on the center portal, and just really well done, cut nice and closely in. Had the 3 bolts put in, so super strong and looks really good. Here on our door is fitted as door jambs and a header, all into position there. They run the whole way up to the end portal and then have been screwed on using mullion fixing brackets. And then in the centre it has a centre one to help hold that all together. Then next to it on this side it has a mullion here, and that's to help stabilise the whole thing, sort of like a strong jam. And that runs up, and then we have our PA door. Welcome back to another wet and wonderful day on the wonderful world of Waikato sheds. And would you have a look at this beautiful shed behind us? You'll have seen this in the rest of the video, but we've just come in, Dominator Doors has come, fitted up the doors, and all the final flashings and everything have been done. So let's have a look around and check out how it's going. So this is a big 4 metre wide wind locked door. So being a high wind zone, they've had to wind lock it. So part of what you can see running up the track, so there's extra reinforcing on the side of the door to make that super strong. And when we go inside, we'll see the tracks on in there as well. So the electrician's on site and he's going through and wiring this all up. So got his switchboard here by the main door, and then running everything in conduit up to the top, and then the cable's just running along, and that extra flashing would put on this build. So putting lots of power points in, which is a really good idea. When you have a sparky here and before you line your shed, you want to put as many power points in as you think you're going to need, and genuinely you can never have too many power points. Then also putting the power in for the door motors and light switches and extra power points. So it's good having your power points down low as well as having some up a bit higher. Tend to often put them up high, thinking that then you'll have your bench below it, which is true, but it is nice having some low power points so that if you're going to run cables out or anything, they don't have to run over the top of the benches. It's got this pre-cut piece of plywood just to cover over the fuse box area, just to keep that all safe and well protected in there. So then along here you got your power point, runs up in a piece of conduit, and then it's just running along the top of that top hat, the cables all along. So anything over 2 meters doesn't need to be in conduit. And quite good what the customer did here. He just went round and put little tags on where he wanted all his double power points, light switches and all of that, which has made it a lot easier for the electrician just to go round, roll the door motor, double power point and fit those all up. And then also at the same time putting in some external power points so that they can have power outside for pumps and the rest of it. So this is the track for the windlock door. So these, where is my hand? These big aluminium tracks, they're a lot bigger than a normal track. So your door sits in tighter, and then with that extra reinforcing on the door, makes the door much stronger so that when it's got a heavy wind load against it, they won't blow out. So that is windlock door system. And as you can see, this is a very big door. I said 4 meters, but I actually think it's a bit bigger as the ute's almost fitting lengthways across that. So it's got a motor on it, but it's also got a chain drive on it as well. So if the power goes out, you can still get that up and down, then with the ability to pop your chain through there and lock it off as well. So safe as houses. So yeah, sensor light, bulkhead light, really good easy way to do it is putting all of that information on there. And then here they've just gone flexi and then run up the leg in conduit and then use little nice self-tapping screws to screw those all off. So the door opening is actually 4.8 wide and 3.2 high, and that's absolutely massive door for one thing, but really future proof. So if the owners ever decide to get a boat, caravan, or want to also be able to fit a couple of cars in here easily, it's just giving them that room to have lots of options, which is always your best bet. Never know what the future may hold. So they've just future proofed it with that, and then having the roller door on the back as well. If they wanted to drive through, so take a trailer to the back of the property, they're going to be able to do that as well. So cheers to Dominator Doors for installing those, doing a great job, and everybody else involved in this build. Thanks to Kyron and Jackson, done a great job building it, and A1 Concrete, A1 Bobcats and Concrete did all the earthworks on this. So yeah, thanks to everybody involved. Fisher Windows with City Glass made the windows, all the joinery for this. New Zealand Steel produced all the cold rolled steel, and Colour Steel on all the cladding and roofing. So absolutely fantastic. And Clive, local electrician, is doing all the sparky work. Here we are, I'm with Clive. Clive, how are you going?
Hey, great, thank you.
So you're doing all the electrical work on this shed, how are you finding it?
Yeah, this shed's been really great. Really nice to work with the material that you guys use on this shed. It's been a very good one to get stuck into,
Yeah, so we find that quite easy just to run all your cables along the top of the top hats and purlins.
Yeah, I mean the purlins have provided a good channel for us to hide the wires out of the way, and it's also good to get the conduit all fastened in place and the switch boxes. It's worked out really well.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. And so where are you based?
Yeah, mostly covering Hauraki. I'm based in Waikino, but cover the Hauraki, Coromandel,
Yep, Waihi Beach.
and the beach. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And what's your business name?
Lightup Electrical Limited.
Lightup Electrical Limited. And where would people be able to find you?
Yeah, they can catch me. There's an email, lightupnz100 at gmail.com, or you can call me on my mobile, 0211434989.
Awesome. We'll put those details in at the end of the video as well, so that if anybody's local to the area or the plains, get in touch with Clive, and does an awesome job and everything electrical, I take it?
Pretty much.
Yeah, awesome. So yeah, mainly in the shed, you got all your lighting up top, double power points everywhere.
Pretty much outdoor power points as well, sensor lights on the outside. Yes, auto manual function on the outside lights. Yes.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Cool, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for watching and getting to the end of this video. Without you guys, we would have no channel. Big shout out to the whole team at Waikato Sheds, always working hard and putting in the effort behind the scenes to make it happen. All our suppliers, New Zealand Steel, Colour Steel, Metalcraft, Cladding, Fisher, Windows, Connect, always backing us and behind us, as well as all our subbies and builders. They're doing a great job. If you've got any questions, just hit us up in a comment below. I'll always make sure to answer it. Shout us a like, and if you want to see more of us, who doesn't? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, just look up Waikato Sheds or Noble Sheds, even LinkedIn, and you'll find us on there. Otherwise, you might like this video or this video, and make sure to subscribe. Cheers, guys.